Good evening, internet enthusiasts, and welcome to my meandering geography show. Tonight's episode is the same name place game on steroids, but we're going to look at one particular type of same name place. So right now on Google Earth, we're hovering over Memphis in Egypt. Now I know what you're saying. Yana, you've already covered Memphis, Egypt, and Memphis, Tennessee. And you'll be right, but this same name phenomenon goes deeper than I realized, and it's to do with something called Egyptomania. Now, what is Egyptomania? I think you could figure it out. So this began in the 19th century in the Western world, particularly the USA. They were gripped by this phenomenon, which is an intense fascination with all things Egyptian. Surprise, surprise. So the allure was deep, and it was rooted in the mysteries of the ancient Egyptian culture, their religion, their hieroglyphics. And this all kicked off in 1799 when something was discovered, and that something was the Rosetta Stone. I'm going to pop an image of it on right now. Oh, there's a fucking moth on my screen. Get off, moth. So that started it. If you don't know what the Rosetta Stone is, look it up. I'm not going to speak on it now, but basically it was like a tablet that translated hieroglyphic writing into other languages and unlocked language. Egypt has inspired lots of different things, from architecture to art, hello the Bangles, and also town naming. So yeah, the US was really curious about Egypt. They thought it was mysterious and exotic, and so from that, they decided to name a bunch of American towns after Egyptian cities. So the Rosetta Stone was the beginning, but then after that, it was a very famous discovery, which I'm sure you've all heard of, and that was the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. Here it is here, King Tut's tomb. I think King Tut was murdered. He was only a child. Anyway, this happened in 1922, and it was a massive discovery, and it brought Egyptian culture to the forefront of public consciousness. So why else are we so obsessed with Egypt, or why are the Americans so obsessed with Egypt? Look, I have also come down with a touch of Egyptomania, along with probably every other child of the 90s who aspired to be an archaeologist by grade 6, and this is all thanks to Tutankhamun's tomb. And if you didn't aspire to be an archaeologist by grade 6, you're lying to yourself. Many a primary school assignment or essay was probably written on this unfortunate pharaoh. Was he a pharaoh? Yeah, he was a king. Clearly I need to do another paper. Gosh, I'm sounding like a Yank. I need to write another report. There we go. That's more Australian. Cool. So Egypt had a lot of cultural capital. It was an advanced civilization. It had these amazing monuments, which I'll show you shortly, advanced knowledge systems, and America was newly formed in quotation marks. The citizens really appreciated these Egyptian motifs because it associated themselves with the longevity of ancient Egypt. So yeah, America was having an identity crisis, and it was also the beginning of a time when the beauty of the natural and ancient world was valued. That's that. Another theory is to do with the Freemasons. Let's just flip over to the other Memphis so I can show you how similar these two are, and then I'll tell you about the Freemasons. All right. So you'll notice that both of the Memphises in Egypt and in Tennessee are both on these mighty rivers that kind of meander in similar ways. And this is, of course, it's the Mississippi. Yes, it is. It's got to be. And the other one is, of course, the Nile. The Nile. There is a Masonic tradition that was influential in the US, and many of the nation's founding fathers were Freemasons because the founding fathers were in charge of naming shit. This certainly influenced the adoption of some of these Egyptian place names. The US was rapidly urbanizing and industrializing. I guess they just had a lot of places to name, and you got to pick something, right? All right, let's check some of these places out. here we are in Memphis, Tennessee. So this is probably the most famous Egyptian place in America that you probably didn't even know was named after an Egyptian city. I certainly didn't. Anyway, Memphis is an extremely ancient city that I've spoken about in another episode. Go back and watch that one. It's the best. I just wanted to show you some places in Memphis, Tennessee that have adopted some Egyptian motifs or styles of architecture. This is one famous one. As you can see here, we have the obelisk, which is a phallus, let's face it. And it has some hieroglyphs up the side. It's a flour mill. And they've also got like this tomb door entrance thing, which is cool. Memphis was founded by Andrew Jackson, who was a Freemason. And they drew a parallel. What's that? Nothing. They drew a parallel between the Mississippi and the Nile, and that's why they decided to call this place Memphis. There you go. All right. So that's the first slide. Second slide, this is at the university, I believe, at the front of the University of Tennessee, University of Memphis, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And shite. This is a statue of Ramses II. Whoa. He needs to put on some jocks. Okay, and finally, this one. This is the Memphis Zoo and Aquarium, and they have gone all out with their iconography. They've got the hieroglyphs, coloured hieroglyphs, and some other stylings here. Don't know what word this is when it's 5 of the same eagle in a row. I don't know if they're actually spelling any words, but what do we make of all of this cultural appropriation in Memphis? Are they leaning into it, or is it just, what is it? What do you think? Leave a note in the comments and tell me what you think. All right, let's move on to the next one. An Egyptian same name place would not be complete without a fucking pyramid. And here we've got one. This is the pyramid in Memphis. And it's also the home of the bass fishing pro shop, Outdoor World, and Ducks Unlimited. You can get all your waterfowling paraphernalia here in this pyramid of Memphis, Tennessee. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. On to the next one. So here is another place. This is called Luxor. Luxor is obviously a city in Egypt and also in Pennsylvania. Now, you tell me which came first. Luxor, Pennsylvania, or Luxor, Egypt. There we go. Spot the difference. Here's another. I like this one. This is Suez Township, and I'm sure you've all heard of Suez as well. Did I make an episode about the Suez Canal and the Panama Canal? Or did I just make that one up in my head and release it in my head? Film it in my head? Probably. Anyway, if not, let me know in the comments and I'll make one. No, I probably won't. Okay, Suez and Suez. So Suez looks like a pretty city. This is in Egypt as well. Curious. All right, next. Okay, this is Cairo, the city of Cairo Police Department. What is with these fucking American buildings? Illinois and Tennessee, they were the two places that seem to have like a large amount of these Egyptian towns. Just curious because they couldn't look further from it. No, I'm kidding. Check it out. City of Cairo Police Department and, of course, Cairo, Egypt. I can hardly tell the fucking difference. Wait, here's the police station here. But yeah, there you go. That's Cairo. We're actually in the outskirts of Cairo. Did you know that? I'm sure you did. All 2 viewers, 3 viewers, Mum, just Mum. Mum definitely knows that once upon a time, these pyramids were completely covered in white marble and capped. They were capped with gold as well, just right on top the triangle part. Robbers took all the marble and sold it, and they left the skeleton or the bones of the pyramids underneath. But it's theorized that these pyramids would have been so bright in the hot Egyptian sun, the glare you could not have looked at them directly. The light bouncing off them would have been so bright. That would have been a curious feature on the horizon. All right, on to the next. All right, so this is Thebes. It's also in Illinois. There are a lot of, I really hope that's how you say it. It's not Thebes, is it? I'm pretty sure it's Thebes. I could look it up, but I could just keep saying it wrong. Whatever. Now, this is something I forgot to mention before, one of the other reasons why these Egyptian place names might be so popular in the US is because they're all mentioned in the Old Testament. Thebes is mentioned in the Old Testament. Testament, as well as Luxor and a few other places. So that's a pretty good theory because they're a God-fearing, Bible-loving people. The people of Illinois and Tennessee and probably wider America, wider USA. So yeah, here we go. Thebes. Unbelievable. What a place. Look at this. So cool. All right, one more comparison. This is Karnak in Illinois. Again in Illinois. What's up? There must have been a lot of Freemasons in Illinois. I just love these comparisons because they just are... They were so inspired to pick an Egyptian place name for their town. And then they've chosen it. They've had a few signs made. And then it's just like they've thought, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Because that is where the mysticism or the drive for some sort of exotic comparison ends. It ends with this US post office building that has Karnak written on it. Fuck off. And here's the actual Karnak. Like, come on. If you want to honor one of these cities, you need to create a boulevard with 60 rams. That is how you make a cool city. Not a fucking post office. It doesn't even have a peaked roof. Come on. Give this guy some angles. Give it something. Give it a fucking curtain. I can see your printer, for fuck's sake. God, what are you guys doing? What are you thinking? A name is never enough. All right, next slide. Oh, it's the Rams. That's Rams. We're done. We're done with this. Yeah, that same name place game, the Egyptomania edition. What's up with that, you guys? And yeah, what do you think the reasons are other than the 5 I mentioned? Is it the biblical reasons? Is it because of the Freemasons or all the other things I said that I can't remember? Who knows? So all of that has inspired the games today, the Geoguessr games. I've picked a few related to Egypt or archaeology or ruins or yada yada yada, and I've picked 2 related to the US. Perhaps we'll go in order. Let's go US cities. I picked a lot. All right. I'm going to do very poorly at this one, although this bridge is looking familiar. It's the not quite Golden Gate Bridge, isn't it? Is it not? Nah. Is this Cincinnati? Does that make sense to anyone? Is that a stupid guess? Oh, there's this fucking bridge. Let's just try and read the sign. Southwest Marine. Damn it. All right, let's use the geography to help us. We're looking south and there's water and a sun. We're on the east coast, are we not? Titanic? No. What's out here? Ooh, it's another bridge after that. Surely we can figure this out. Surely. Right, let's look north and go from there. There must be a few bridges around here, right? This shit? No. I think it's going to be somewhere on the east coast, as stated. That looks too small, doesn't it? What state are we in here? Maryland. Or is it this one? Hold on. It probably actually fits better, going direction-wise. Yeah, it's over there too. Perhaps it is this one? I don't know. Huh. I was wrong. 'Twas wrong. 'Twas wrong. 'Twas wrong. What the fuck? Wait a second. Is that the fucking Golden Gate Bridge? No. It's the Golden Ghost Bridge. There is another bridge there. Fuck. Oh, God. That's so annoying. I don't even know what I'm playing anymore. US cities. That's such a BB. The Superdome or whatever it's called. Where is that thing? The Superdome. Is it in Toronto? Toronto Superdome? No. Texas. King County Metro. Should we go back to the East Coast or should we just pick? We'll go back to the East Coast. That'll do. Get fucked. What? Seattle? I didn't see the Space Needle anywhere. I guess it's too far away. Alright, we're doing poorly. Modern American cuisine. Traditional flavors without a U with a New World style. There you go. Latitude restaurants. Laura Spears. West Banco. Oh, the plane. Holy Tostada Grande. Key Bank. Is that because we're in Key? Pass me my schwamms. Alright. Yellow cab. That's deceiving. It says Columbus, which I believe is in Ohio. Just drop it anywhere. Let's hope for the best. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Redemption. Okay, next city. It's hardly a city. Just out here, aren't we? Erie, PA, Pennsylvania. Marginal. Marginal and eerie. I am frightened. Just gonna go Harrisburg. Can't be bothered looking. Never mind, it was in Ohio anyway. All right, next one. Yeah, where is this? Nashville. Okay, I'm gonna take that building's word for it. It's got Nashville written on the side, and if this isn't Nashville, then fuck you. It's more like it. Yes, come on. Excellent. So there you have it. 2 excellent rounds and 3 shockers. Ooh, all right. I think I'm going to have to hit pause on this recording. All right, and we're back. That was a pretty piss poor effort for US cities, I have to say. Perhaps we'll try out places from the Bible now. It's pretty interesting that the founding fathers, more Americans, embrace these Egyptian names in the context of the rampant Islamophobia that takes place or is faced by many Muslim Americans today. So yeah, it must be a real fucking kick in the face when they see those place names displayed or represented. Alrighty then. Places from the greatest fantasy novel ever written. This book it's pretty unfathomable, really. I've worked in bookstores and the like for a number of years, and I've never seen something from this genre sell this well. Although, you know what? They're just giving this thing away. Oh, hilarious. An absolute scourge. Yeah, the Bible. New, old. It's basically the Lord of the Rings with less elves and more sandals. That was my take on the whole thing. Anyway, from a historical perspective, pretty interesting. So there's lots of places in the Bibi that are real life places. And I assume we're going to explore some of them now. So we're talking Turkey, we're talking Greece, we're looking at Palestine, Iraq, what else? Cyprus, Egypt, yes, of course, Jordan, Syria, blah, 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 those places. So let's jump in and see if we can actually recognize places from the Chronicles of Narnia. All right, let's go. Here we go. We have some columns. Columns. Now, I was going to say the Parthenon straight up, but I think you can see through the Parthenon. Pantheon's in Rome. Nevertheless, I still think this is perhaps Greece. Oh my god. It's way more sandy out there, I think. And let's face it, these columns are everywhere. You can see these columns in that rando park in Tennessee. All right, got some mountains out about. This actually looks like Italy though, doesn't it? Northern Italy? Wow. Black Cat. Okay. Why do I think Northern Italy? Or is it... Jeez, this is tough, isn't it? Places from the Bible. Okay, let's jump back into what we were just talking about. It has to be one of those places. Out of the places from the Bible that we mentioned, Cyprus, Greece. Cyprus or Greece? Let's go Greece. Right. If it's Italy, I'll be very upset. Let's pick this place. We'll just go here. It was in Greece, but it was in Athens, and it was the Temple of Hephaestus. This is a character from Greek mythology, but Athens itself was certainly mentioned in the New Testament. So there you go. I think they were just picking an interesting looking place with some columns. Correct me if I'm wrong, fantasy fiction lovers out there. If you love this genre so much, why don't you read some Ursula Le Guin or someone else? You might actually really dig it. Just give it a crack. Try another novel out. Anyway, and you know what? You don't have to live your life by that shit. It's a lot. Read something written by a woman. Try that. Because the Bibi definitely wasn't written by an author who was a woman. Clearly. All right, I am seeing some clues here that suggest that we are in Palestine. Oh, my wordy word. Okay, let's assume that this is going to be in the place. Let's try Jerusalem for this one. Or, hold on. Yeah, we'll try Jerusalem. All right. Yeah, unless it's Nazareth or Bethers or Nazareth. Didn't all happen in Jerusalem. Where's Nazi? We'll just go Bethlehem. Nope, should have just picked Jerusalem. Never mind. Oh, on to the next Bibi. Ooh, we are in a circle room. My Least favorite shaped room for reasons made evident here, because you cannot take a 360 photo in a room that's already a fucking circle. It's an absolute disaster. An assault on the eyes. Look at this shit. Way to ruin a circle. Which way do you fucking look as well? The kid on the wall being held up, shown off. 3 wise men. Goodness gracious me. Where might this be? It doesn't strike me as looking anywhere particularly ancient. Maybe it's somewhere in Italy. Surely there are places in Italy mentioned in the Bible. There must be. All those joints are connected. I see Joel, Daniel, whatever. Sancta Domino. This place looks too modern to be anyway from the Bible. The Bibi. So let's just pick something non-committal so we don't make a fool of ourselves, and it just seems whatever. Devil may care. I don't care. Let's just go Istanbul. Bullshit guess right there. We were back in Jerusalem. I should just assume that a lot of these locations are going to be in Jerry. All right. Jerry again, do you think? This looks... I'm getting some Jerry vibes. Big old wide number plate down there. Oh, like... This has got to be that hill, right? But what is this little apartment complex? Is this J-Man's 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom represented here? Perhaps. At least he had solar. Yeah, we're going to go back to Jerusalem. Although, getting some slight Tropo vibes here. Should we branch out, pick somewhere else? Like Malta, Cyprus, just for funsies? Okay. Nah, I am gutless. I'm just going to pick Jerusalem again. This is where all the shit went down. Oh my god, it was Messina, near Messina. It was fucking Italy. That's so annoying. I would have been so much closer with Cyprus. Is that Cyprus there? No. What a dummy. That clearly wasn't Jerusalem. Here it was down here. There you go. Let's go to the next one. Final place from the Bibi. And we're up on a hill. Got some ruins. Double leg sleeves here. Look. Listen. This is probably Athens again, right? We're just going to go for it. Go. It was Athens. And they had us at the Acropolis. Again, not anywhere that's actually mentioned in the Bible. Unless, yeah, are you mixing up your Greek mythology with your Christian mythology or your biblical mythology? That was a pretty bad score. Pretty bad score, considering we only had a handful of countries to play with. Never mind. That's fine. All right, let's get out of that one. Thanks, Bibi. Go read some fantasy. Some different fantasy. And also, keep your views to yourself. All right, let's go on to, what have we got left? The most American map ever, Weird USA, and The Forgotten World. Let's play this one, most American map ever. Okay. All right, how American is this map? America. Yeah, okay. This town's called Freedom. Welcome to Freedom. Pretty American. It's been made fairly evident that Americans, oh, I shouldn't just say Americans, I should say Northern Americans are piss poor at naming places. And we've seen examples of this across the show for over a year now. The best example is probably Dr. Phillips, which is a suburb of a hellscape that is Orlando, Florida. And yeah, so picking a random word, naming it after your town is quite common. There you go. Welcome to Freedom. It looks like quite a nice town. Sponsored by Pepsi. I suspect it's going to be somewhere up here. Perhaps, let me just check out the hills. North of New York. Maybe Connecticut or something. It looks rich. That's my vibe. Hartford. Let's go Hartford. That's where Rory's grandparents lived and they were pretty rich. Oh, it was in New Hampshire. New Hampshire, it was. There it is, Freedom. Next. All right, here we go. We are out the front of, are you surprised? This is the Independence Christian Church. Welcome, we love you. You. Wait, welcome, we love you. You. Okay. And you're a bit eager. That's a massive red flag for me. I would be ghosting that message if it popped up in my phone. Okay. What do we think of this? So maybe somewhere more mid for this one, but not too mid. It's not one of these dust bowls in here. Maybe around in one of these joints, is what I'm thinking. What's a state that I would never pick? Arkansas. Probably never pick that. Let's go Conway. That sounds fun. Conway, because it was called Independence, so that was pretty dumb anyway, but whatever. It was one of these joints. Although we only got 866. That seems... I feel cheated. Whatever. We're only picking in the US. And here it is. Independence in the state of... Where is it? What state's this in? Is it just in Kentucky? It is. Or Ohio. Who cares? Alright, next one. So we've had independence, we've had freedom. Let's see what else we get. Oh, I don't know about this place at all. It's very grey, isn't it? Let's check out. Let's see what this person's doing down here. She's mopping. There you go. I'm sure she really wanted to be in this picture. All this artwork is crooked as fuck. Check that out. And I don't even think that's the 360 image. I think that's just how it was arranged. And it's also depicted here in real life as well. You know what? Nothing like reading a coffee table book on fucking concrete. I've actually seen this book before. It's probably pretty interesting. This on the front is interesting, actually, on this concrete book. This was something that was very common in brutalist style architecture, which used a lot of concrete and raw materials. So they would concrete something and then they would take a plank of wood and they'd press the plank of wood into the concrete so you would get the grain impressions on the outside. You can see this on a very famous example in Melbourne. The Cardigan Street car park. There's a really cool brutalist building there that was recently heritage listed. If you want to hear more about it, go back and watch my episode on brutalism. It's amazing. No, it's not amazing, but it's interesting at the very least. Make sure you check it out. Where are we though? I guess this looks a bit like the place... New York City. What has this got to do with independence? Nothing. Or America, I should say. What's going on here? They're obviously styling an Airbnb or some shit. We'll just pick New York City. Alright. Hey, not a bad guess. Finally. Mission Barbecue, the American way. There you go. Texas. Who proclaims to be the best queuing state in all of the states? I know you all do it a little bit differently. You're kind of a bit defensive about it and combative about it. Like you all do barbecue in different ways, not the American way. Your way. Don't be a C about it, okay? Alright, this is looking like Rapid Springs or getting those vibes, those collie vibes. I think Rapid Springs is in Colorado. No, I'm thinking of Colorado Springs. Is there a Rapid Springs here? Where's Rapid Springs? Oh, now I don't know what to do. Big Springs. It's on the wrong side. Nah, I'll stick to it. Maybe it's just Boulder. Okay, that was pretty fucking bad. It was over here in this place. Mission Barbecue in Trousdale in the state of Wisconsin. There you go, 200 points. All right, last place. We're doing very poorly. New York was our best guess so far, which interestingly had the least amount of clues. IN. Indianapolis? Or is this Patriot Inn? No, it's not. It's Indiana or in Indiana? Indy. All right, let's get serious for once. Not too serious. It's got to be in here somewhere, right? Somewhere in here. Patriot Package. Yeehaw. Okay, we're in a place called Patriot. Look, a little tiny airplane hangar. I've been watching this live stream of a bar or a pub. No, it's a bar. It's in Fort Lauderdale in Florida. It's called the Elbow Room. It's funny because there's no music, there's no sound, and you can just watch people dancing around and slowly getting drunk over the course of a night. I've noticed something interesting, and it's that all of the men inside the bar, I would say close to 80% of the men in there are wearing caps, like what a Yank would call a baseball cap. I find it really strange. It ruins the outfit or the look. It suddenly makes you seem childlike for some reason when you put a cap on. Also, why are you wearing a hat inside? What's up with that? You can't wear a hat inside. You take a hat off. It's respectful. Anyway, this bar is in the Dong. I don't know why I'm surprised. No offense, Florida. All right, we'll stick to Indiana. This place is called Patriot. I can't be bothered finding it, but we'll just go near Carmel, which is how I say caramel. Okay, I was over near Cincinnati, and yeah, the town was called Dun 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 dun, Patriot. Let's check out our results. Terrible. So bad. It's okay. We're getting off that one now, and we're going to go back to this one, which will be pretty interesting. I don't think I've done well on any of these. Doesn't matter. I still sound like I know what I'm talking about though, right? That's the most important thing. All right, so this is Forgotten Places. Curious. Got some ruins here, some trees. Gosh, this could be fucking anywhere. I was gonna say this looks like Scotland, but you might be hard pressed to find a single fucking palm tree in Scotland. I'm gonna go with somewhere, I don't know, in the Caribbean. Is that silly? Probably. Oh, northern sun, which means we're in the southern hemisphere. That is pretty annoying. It's very annoying. Should I rely on that? Oh, okay. I probably should rely on that, but it's not exactly. No, I'm not relying on it. Okay, going back to what I was saying. I'm gonna pick somewhere. I'm so fancy. Oh no. Damn it. It was near water, or near the ocean. Probably because it was near this big lake. Alright. Damn it. Off to a great start. Oh god. I don't know why I picked this. Pick these rounds. I was going to make a fool of myself. Now, look. Listen. This could be anywhere, but I'm going to go Syria. It just looks particularly dry. Maybe it's Turkey. Maybe it is Greece. Maybe it's Italy. Oh, it could be any of the places. Like, all the columns look this fucking same. They all look the same. Look, I'm gonna go with Syria. It was Syria. Yes. Yippee-ki-yay. I trusted my instinct and I got it right for once. Oh, there's Cyprus, FYI. I was looking for you before. Cyprus, it's like a tadpole or a ghost or something. Oh, my word. Nicosia is the capital. All right. Nicosia? Interesting. We are in, Myanmar, or this is cute. I'm going to say Cambodia, actually. Am I? Hold on, let's check out this. Does not help. This probably is Myanmar, Burma, because I was going to say like Angkor Wat, which we've had before, but this just doesn't look quite right. So we will go for Myanmar, which I think I've ever had once on this game. But anyway, I always am confused by the capital. I think this was the unofficial capital, and then they were like, no, capital's going to be up here. And I think the temples are somewhere around this area. I don't know, probably on the river somewhere. Let's go here. That makes sense. It's in Old Bagan. There you go. Not too shabba-roony. Ooh, all right. This is a room, isn't it? This looks contemporary. This isn't old. The fuck? Maybe it is. What? There's no way. It's not ancient. Cubist or some shit. No faces. What? Hold on. It's a Slavic language. Cyrillic. But that is confusing for me. But the landscape, it's looking a bit Eastern European, isn't it? And this looks like a sauna wall. It's built to protect this frieze. Is this what this is? Probably not. Just to protect this painting that they found on the wall. Look at that. That's a curious bit of carpentry right there, isn't it? It would be, to be fair, it would be hard to build around this crooked rock. Looks quite flat too, doesn't it? Out the windy. Maybe one of these joints. I don't know. Here, that'll do. My word. It was Bulgaria. Makes sense. Get 1 billion latitude points though. Cool. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it's still cool. It's a lot, but it's cool. Seeing lots of arms. I think this is perhaps going to be India or Bangladesh, judging by this. That's cool too. Style of the temple. Correct me if I'm wrong. It appears to be a Hindu temple. I'm not an expert, guys, in temples or anything. In fact, Jill of all trades and the master of none. That's how the saying goes. India. All right. Gonna say, does it look a little bit tropo? Oh, let's just go where we always go. And that is northern India near Kolkata. Oh no. Why do you always go to Kolkata? It was south. Clearly it was south. Obviously. Another terrible score. The Turkey guess is pretty... Assyria guess is pretty good. We fucking got Myanmar too. That was pretty good. And we guessed India. So give me a break. Give me a break. Alright, on to the final map. I hope this one is good. It better be. Might seem like I'm not very fond of the United States of America. And you would be correct. No. I am kidding, obviously. There's just a few things that bother me about your whole deal. The guns, that's one of them. Here we go. Oh, this is the Slab City, I think it's called, or part of Slab City. Someone with a little bit too much concrete on their hands. Hey, concrete is like a secret theme that's running through this episode, I think. So this place is... Oh, Jesus. Get the fuck out. Go repent yourself. Look at all these interwoven and interlapping themes coming to play. It's almost as if the US and Christianity are somehow related. It's the root of each other's problems. God of love. God of go fuck yourself. Alright, yeah, so this is Slab City, and there's some mixed messaging going on here about repenting and love. I would call that hypocrisy, but anyway. Where is this wasteland? It's in the desert. It's one of these joints. I'm going to say, I think it's Slab City. Couple of mountains. This place is like an off-grid community, unincorporated, yada, 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 where people actually fucking live. I'm going to say could it even be in California? Somewhere near Vegas, somewhere... Maybe I'll go... I just feel like they wouldn't put up with this shit in Vegas. They wouldn't allow this city to exist. I could see it existing in California though. It just has that vibe, don't you think? Maybe we'll push it as close to the border as we possibly can. Fucking was California. Wait, was it? Yep. Yeah, Slab City. Look at these place names. DNA Tank, The Alamo, Skate Park, Blue Church, East Jesus, Worthy Ranch, Crazy Cat Farm. That seems like the most apt name so far. And Salvation Mountain. And Slab Mart. Oh God, get a grip. Alright, on to the next. Each to their own, though, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. This is a disgusting fucking sight. Oh my God. If I had anything to do with this city council, I would be scraping this shit off the walls ASAP. Why would you keep this? It's disgusting. I'm sorry. It's unhygienic. Take a photo and hang it up somewhere, but remove it. Oh God. Anyway, where is this? Fancy just walking through all this used chewy on your way to wherever the fuck you're going. It looks so gross. Anyway. Oh, and look, there's a restaurant right here. Maybe this is like Portland or some shit. I could probably see them doing. Seattle? No, Seattle. Why? Oh no, it's near Pike. The gum wall. Chewy. Ew. Ooey. Alright. We're in the US, remember. Fleet Street. They've got some themed pubs down here. Golly, that's a tasty dog. You wouldn't say dog though, you dogs. You almost got it right. The Brass Stables. That's a piss poor attempt at an English pub name. Play and Dance Theatre. The Climax Saloon. Saloon again. Bourbon Street Blues and Boogie Bar. Okay, Bourbon Street, New Orleans. Is that where we are? New Orleans, sorry. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, not how I said it. This is where Bourbon Street is, isn't it? I can't be bothered finding it. Are you surprised? Oh my God, no. No, you don't know anything. Bourbon Street is... Oh, it wasn't Bourbon Street. They're tricking me. Stupid Nashville. On to the next. Okay, here we go again. We have some graffito. What's this big bird called again? Is it not Foghorn Leghorn? I think it is. Galveston is in Texas? Look at this. A Stussy right here. They live on. It said Galveston. I saw Galveston written 3 times. My word. Here we go again. Weird USA. I guess this is meant to be the weird part. It's just a building decorated with mosaic. I didn't know if that graffiti was weird either. Couple of trucks. Who knows? Let's just pick somewhere in here. Charlotte, that'll do. Just Philly. There you go. Let's check out the results. Still not a very good score, but nothing outrageously incorrect, as in all the way on the other side of the coastline or whatever. Got a few pretty closies. The first 3 and the last 2 were just, I dropped the ball. Okay, that's the end. I hope you learned something. And I guess the takeaway for this episode is to, read a book. Read a different book. Hooroo.